Hello, Instagram. Hello, good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing? Hey, everybody. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Good morning. Sharice Johnson Moore here. Good morning, 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 everybody. Good morning, good morning. How y'all doing today? What's up? How are y'all doing? And welcome to Morning Word and Worship. I have decided to go ahead and give it early, and that way you have all day to watch it. Okay. Hello, my name is Sharice Johnson Moore, your hope builder, lifting you up out of your sorrow by guiding you to see the Christ within through scripture and practical applications. I know sometimes we go through a lot of things in life. This is more of a motivational speaking here. I'm gonna I want to give somebody some motivation for the day. My topic is don't give up now. You're almost there. Don't give up now because you almost there. You're almost there. You're almost at the finish line. You're almost getting there. That's just like um that's just like when Moses was faced with bringing the good morning. How are we doing today? Good morning. Welcome to Morning Word and Worship. Sharice Johnson Moore here. Good morning. And I wanted to say, don't give up now. You're almost there. That's my topic for Morning Word and Worship this morning. And I want to give this example of, I want to, sometimes we think that because we get any bumps in the road, or we got a U-turn, or we got to go back and do something again, or we got to, or somebody says something to us that has a propensity to set us off and start making us think we doubt ourselves, right? And I want to tell you this morning, just because of what they say, or because something happens, or you have to do a U-turn, or you have to stop for a while, does not mean you have to give up on what you was pursuing. It does not mean that you have to stop and cease and all the other things that that you have to. Oh, I gotta start on every time, and then we get this. Sometimes we get this mindset of, I never can, I can never get it right. I can never get it accomplished. I can't never get ahead. I can never get forward. I can never do this. But you got to watch what you say to yourself. You have to watch what you say to yourself, because sometimes you can turn around and come out. You can turn around and say something, and then it's like bringing it to pass, like you speaking against what you're trying to do. You're actually contradicting yourself when you speak like that to yourself. Oh, well, I'll never accomplish nothing. Every time I try to do something, there's always something that getting in the way and all this, and I ain't trying to funny. Yeah, I used to be one of the people that said that to myself, because I was expecting I was expecting things to happen overnight, real fast. Okay, come on, let's do this real fast stuff. All right, come on, we gotta do this real fast. It gotta happen right now. It gotta happen right now. And I've learned that no, um, stuff don't happen overnight. You have to learn how to have patience. You have to learn how to have the wherewithal. You have to learn how to have God involved in your projects. I did not stutter. You have to learn how to have God in your projects. Place God in your projects. Good morning, Charles. How are you doing today? Hello, 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 hello. And my thing is that, hey, Miss Carol, good morning, hi. And the thing is, sometimes we gotta learn how to push the negative thoughts out of our head, push that negativity away. Look, I don't got time for negative people, places, and things. That's what I had to bring my mindset to. Had to bring my mindset to that. I don't want to hear no negative conversation. I don't want to hear. In order to get to the next level and don't give up, it says my topic this morning: don't give up now. You're almost there. And in order to get to the next level of what you want out of life, out of anything that you're pursuing, or out of or just living daily, living daily is a task, child. Ooh, don't get me started on that. And what you're trying to do in your life. Good morning, Miss Good morning, Evangelist Deborah. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Invite and share, everybody. Invite and share. Invite and share. Invite and share. Come on now. And the thing is that sometimes we have to sit down and plan. We got plan stuff instead of being spontaneous. All this stuff we try to do, we want to be spontaneous with it. Hello, Toledo. Ha ha ha. How you doing, baby? And the thing is that you got plan. You got to write it down, make it plain. And just because we having bumps in the road, or we having those moments of despair, or we feel like we're not accomplishing something fast enough, or this ain't moving fast enough for me. This ain't moving fast enough for me. I used to think about that. I think about stuff like that all the time. It was not happening fast enough for me. It was not moving fast enough for me. And then I was like, then I'd be mad and I get upset and I be like, man, why am I trying this anyway? Because it wasn't happening overnight. It wasn't happening overnight. It wasn't happening overnight. And sometimes you can't rush God's perfection. You can't rush what God has planned for you. That's what He wants you to do. He wants you to sit, plan, write it down, make it plain, and step by step carry out each plan, each step. We cannot be in a hurry and think we're gonna get everything at one time. We're gonna get all the money, we're gonna get all the notifications, we're gonna get all these, we're gonna be rich, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do no, that ain't the way life works. The perfect example is I was sitting watching Audrey Richmond the other day. Yes, I'm a huge Audrey Richmond fan. Okay. And my thing is, she said it's taken her 14 years to finally get to the level where she is comfortable with her business. 14 years. And it's taken me time to get to where I'm trying to be. But everything is not done overnight, but you can't give up. You can't just say, oh, no, man, that ain't happening. I changed my mind. I don't want to do that. When you do that, when you give up on something that you're trying to do, or something that you is not coming fast enough for you, you are cutting off your blessings. I'm gonna say it like you cutting off yourself from being blessed later if you stop now. If you give up now, you like that would you just wasted your own time. You just wasted your own time when you gave up what you was pursuing. But we have to be mindful and have to be understanding that God is control. God is in control of what you're trying to do. God is in control. He gave you this thought for a reason to carry out this particular assignment, and you can't rush what God has given you. And you can't just say, "Oh no, man, I ain't trying to do that, man. I ain't trying to do that for real, for real. I ain't trying to do that." You have to have patience. You have to have diligence. You have to keep going, moving forward. And then and this is one thing I have learned in my time of having a business is that you have to be mindful of what you take in. in life, period. You have to be mindful. You when you get to listening to the wrong voices or listening to the wrong people or you listening to the wrong advice. Sometimes it could be, and I tell you, I like it when people give me an example of if they've been through something that I've been through or I'm going through right now in order for me to even listen to you. I'm keeping it real. I have learned that over the years. You cannot tell me, give me no advice if you're not doing what I'm doing. If you're not going through what I'm going through, you can't give me no advice. Because you have not experienced what I have experienced. You come on now. I'm a business owner. Okay. What I look like taking advice from somebody that never run a business. That's never sat at the table to discuss about finances. That's never discussed. You got to be careful when you listening what you listening to and who you listening to it from. That's right, I said it. You got to I see, and that's a part about the don't give up part. All right, you got to be decisive about who you're going to listen to. Am I going to listen to God, or am I going to listen to somebody that don't even have no experience being walking with God? I'm just putting it that way. And a lot of people sit here and fill your head with all this stuff that, oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you, and I would do this. And look, if it ain't coming from God, I ain't trying to hear that. And what our part where we don't give up is we can't get into other people's lanes. We can't get into other people's lanes. That means if they over there doing something that had nothing to do with what you're doing, don't go in their lane and try to drive. Don't get in their lane and try to drive. God is the beginning, God is the end. And we have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves that we can accomplish these things, because if you don't have belief in yourself, that's another thing that's going to hinder you. That's another thing that's going to hinder you. You can't give up. You can't give up. You're almost there now. You're almost there. That means you're almost at the finish line. Okay, well, I almost got this product done. I almost got this. I almost got this new life started. I almost got my new house. I'm in the process of getting a new car. I'm in the process of doing something new, and you can't give up. You gotta get to the point where you can sign them papers and say, hey, I got some keys. Hey, keys to a house, car, something. Because it all works out for you. When we run in a race, you can't give up in the middle of the race. And please don't change your horse. Don't change your, okay, well, I want to go here with I don't know if y'all heard, but now we got a horse called Black Lives Matter. And you can't switch you when you in the middle of a race, you cannot give up and you cannot switch horses. Oh well, I'm gonna go over here with Boom Boom Willie, and now I want to go here to Black Lives Matter. How does that even sound? You can't give up on your dreams. You can't give up on what you started doing, whether it's writing a book, starting a ministry. What else we do? Start ministries that we don't. You got to start sticking with something. That's another thing. Stick with something long enough to see it to fruition. And stop trying. Look, this is another thing. We got to stop doing that copycat stuff. Stop being a copycat. Stop trying to do what Mary Jane over there doing. That won't your plan. That ain't what not God. God did not have that plan for you. You know. And you, don't start something. Don't start something and not finish it to completion. That's another thing. We have to stop doing that. Oh, I'm gonna start writing today. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump over here and start dancing. Okay, I'm gonna jump over here and start singing. I'm gonna jump over here and start doing this, and I'm gonna jump over here and just you jumping lanes, and you can't complete nothing because you're not sticking with one thing at a time. You give up too fast when you jump over in the other lane. Okay, well, I'm gonna be singing today, and I'm gonna be a minister tomorrow, and I'm gonna be this. Okay, what's gonna be your main focus? Tell me what is gonna be your main focus. What it's gonna be about? You got a lot of stuff going on. Which one it gonna be? You know, that's a part of. And then maybe because I'm doing this excuse me, I'm doing this workshop right now. I'm in the middle of a workshop, and the workshop is entitled "Coming to Loving Yourself," and it deals with my new book, right? New book, right? New book, right? It's dealing with this my new book is workshop. And do you realize that what you do in your childhood affects you as an adult? So maybe that might have been your habit as a child, where you jumping from one project to this project to that project. You jumping around and you're not staying in the lane that God has destined for you. And that affects you as an adult, even in your adult life, that you turn around and you're jumping from one thing to the next. What happens in your childhood, it has a propensity to go through every time you do. You're not sticking with something. Not sticking with relationships. You're not sticking with a topic. You're not sticking with, you're not sticking with one thing, and then you give up from that thing because that ain't working fast enough for you. And then you walking, that ain't, that ain't work out. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go. No, stick with one thing. Stick with one thing. Stick with that one thing long enough to do it in completion. I don't care if it's 6 months, a year. Now, certain things you just don't jump off and jump on because it look good. And everything that's presented to you is not of God. It's all you gotta ask God. You gotta ask God about everything now these days, because there's a lot of con artists out here. It's a lot of wannabes. It's a lot of people that ain't even got themselves together, and they trying to get you involved in their mess. And we have to we have to get an understanding of that. We got to learn how to listen to God first. We got to learn how to listen to God and what He's asking us to do. We got to learn how to say, no, that ain't for me. I'm not trying, that's not for me. That's something that's not in my spirit to do. And we gotta learn how to tell people no too, and stop accepting everything and stop going along with the plan because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Stick with one thing. Don't give up on your dreams because you're almost there. You cannot listen to everybody whispering in your ear. Okay? That's a part of your don't give up now mentality. And you can't do the same things you used to do when you was out there in the street. If this is a God-given assignment, you need to feel God's given assignment. You need to finish it to completion. And everybody ain't gonna be for you. Everybody ain't gonna be for you. You can't get men. You can't get attitude. Okay, well, that God know who to send you, who He need to send to you to fulfill what you need to do. But don't give up on what you're doing. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't get. I know sometimes you get scared. Sometimes it gets kind of hard because I know how it feels. I know exactly how it feels when you got to do something, when you're doing something that is daunting. It feels like it's way over your head. And the thing is that you started off by yourself. You started off by doing this one thing, and it became overwhelming, and it overwhelmed you because you did not have the people there to help you with this vision. Don't give up. You're almost there. Don't give up on anything that you want to do. I'm gonna tell you, at least give it a try. Give it a try. Stick with it for a minute. No, one week we want to make hats. The next week we want to make t-shirts. The next week we want to do some clothes. Next week, stick with something, but don't give up. That don't work, okay? Because see, what goes along with the don't give up is the part that we have to do the work. You got to do the work. It ain't just create this business, okay, and then I got this. Create a schedule. If you got kids, create a schedule. Somebody can babysit the kids. All right, okay. Will you get somebody to come in and babysit and sit while you sit and do your work at your desk? Okay. Take the time out to make time for your business. It's not just create a business or entity and turn around and that's going to be it. You got to put some work into that. You got to put some work into it. And hey, I see it all. I got time to smoke weed, but I ain't got time to do no work. What your don't give up mean? Sometimes you got to sacrifice the things that you really okay. Smoke weed, getting drunk, all that. That's got to be a sacrifice. What are you willing to walk away to don't give up on the don't give up? Sometimes that look like, okay, I don't need these friends around because they not with me. They ain't hanging with me. They ain't doing what I'm doing. Okay, well, they don't need to be in my circle. The don't give up. Don't give up now motto means you got to change your people, places, and things. You got to. You got to. You got to. You see these young people out here dying? See these young people out here dying? These young people out here dying just because he said and she said or whatever said. Take them children and teach them some skills. Take them children and teach them some skills. If you know how to use your computer, you know these children is tech savvy. Use them in your business. All right, you see your cousin, your nephew, you see you going the wrong way. Come on, come on here. I got something for you to do. Come on over here. Bring them over in what you doing. Teach them, let them sit down and teach you something. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, and the young kids know. Sit down and get them involved in stuff that they like. Sit down and ask them. That's a subject for another day. But don't give up. You don't give up consists of a lot of things. What are you willing to sacrifice for your don't give up now? You know, and just get in the right circles, get with the right people, get with the right mindset of people. Because when you sit around people that ain't serious about anything and they putting off their gifts and they walk, that's another subject. I got to talk about that later. But if they ain't really into manifesting what God has for you, they ain't for you. If they want to say, oh, I wouldn't do that. No, I do it this way. Well, you go run your own business then. Now, some ideas are good and some ideas no. You need going back to the drawing board with that. But what are you willing to get? What are you willing to get? What are you willing to do to not give up now? You're almost there. Say say you sell clothes, right? And you sell makeup and you sell pocketbooks and you sell this, right? And my thing is, God gives everyone a gift. Yeah, he does. God gives everyone a gift. And say, all right, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, Stick you with one thing at a time. You jumping all over the place and I don't know where to find you. Stick with one thing at a time with your don't give up now mentality and it'll work. That's just like the Israelites. Moses, they said, all right, we got to cross the Red Sea, Pharaoh after us. Now I'm going back in the biblical principle with this. You go and then you see Moses guiding the Israelites. Okay, they are out of Egypt. Okay, just because the water there don't mean nothing. Oh, dad, I got cross all over the water. We ran into the river. Oh Lord Jesus, how we go? And then we got them negative Nellies in the group. You got them negative Nellies in the group, and then they sending then and whining, they complaining. How we gonna do this? They didn't have a concept at that time to say, okay, God, what should we do? They didn't have that concept at that time. They didn't want thinking about that. Well, maybe I should get us to God. God led them through the Red Sea. God will lead you through everything in your life if you let him. We got too many people in our heads. We got too many thoughts, too many good ideas that's drowning because people are talked out of their gifts. You got too much stuff in your head. You got too much stuff. And all that stuff. And look, if it ain't positive, I ain't trying to hear that. I don't know. I went into this concept of giving the word and I went somewhere else and I'm so sorry, but that's how God leads me sometimes. I let God do all the leading. So I want to say this. You got an idea. You got a concept. You got things in your head that you really want to do, but you're sitting on the sidelines looking at everybody else. And stop living through other people's stuff. That's another thing God just asked. Stop living through other people's dreams. Stop living through other people's eyes and lenses. Stop envying other people's stuff. Stop envying what they're doing. Oh, I wish I could do that. I want to do something, but I'm too scared. God says step out on faith with what you do, what I give you the ideas to do with. Step out on faith with what I have given you an assignment to do. And look, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. If Uncle Sam can open a red chicken restaurant at 65, I don't know what you're waiting on. Don't give up. Now you're almost there. You have an assignment to complete, and you shall complete it to completion. Forget the naysayers. Forget the people that's always got some negative comments to say. Look, I ain't trying to hear nothing from nobody ain't doing nothing. I don't need that. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what God has for you. I want y'all to have a blessed day, okay, babies? I love y'all, and I will see you at 8 o'clock for Let's Talk Sunday, okay? Because I'm doing these back to back today. God said do these back to back to back to back. So I will see you at 8 o'clock for Let's Talk Sunday. And I love you, and y'all have a blessed day. Bye, babies.